I am going to tell you the secret to happiness right now. You got to choose it. You cannot just let it happen to you. All right, I'm done. You can go to the next video. However, if you do want to say, I do have some more tips to help you choose it. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to reveal my number one mantra that ensures that I almost always stay happy. Hi, everyone. My name is Steve Perry, and I'm so excited to share with you today the science behind happiness and how understanding it can also help you choose it. You see, we often hear about positive psychology. What does that mean? How do we use it in our everyday lives to create more joy and fulfillment? In this video, I'm going to share with you the real science behind happiness and empower you with actionable steps on how to take control over your own well. So let's get started. All right, number one is the pursuit of happiness. So let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. What is happiness? Well, it's more than just a fleeting feeling. It's a state of being that we all aspire to. Throughout history, philosophers and scholars have reflected on this universal human pursuit. From Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia, roughly translated as human flourishing, to the Dalai Lama's teaching on inner peace, the search for happiness has been a common thread in human discourse. It's only recently, though, that science has started to peek behind the curtain and provide insights into what truly brings about joy and fulfillment. So, the science behind happiness, what does that say? Firstly, studies have shown that happiness is not just a result of external circumstances, but it's a product of our internal state. A lot of research in the field of positive psychology has identified several key elements that contribute to our sense of joy and fulfillment. These include positive emotions, engagements, and activities that we enjoy, good relationships, a sense of meaning in life, and a sense of accomplishment. A fascinating aspect of this concept is neuroplasticity, brain's remarkable ability to change and adapt based on our experiences. When we engage in activities that promote happiness, such as mindfulness, gratitude, helping others, we can actually rewire our brains to be more attuned to the positive experiences. Or in other words, the more we practice these activities, the better we get at being happy. It's like a happiness muscle that gets stronger the more we use it. In addition, genetic factors, these also play a role. Researchers estimate that about 50% of our happiness level is determined by our genes. However, this doesn't mean that we're stuck with a happiness set point. The remaining 50% is influenced by our actions, our attitudes, and our thoughts, which means that we have a significant degree of control over our own happiness. So you might ask, how do I apply this science to my everyday life? Well, I'm going to share with you some of the practical steps that you can start implementing today to get this done. The first step is relationships and social connection. One of the biggest determinants of happiness is our relationship and our social connection with others. A lot of studies show that those who have strong, positive relationships, they tend to be happier. Humans are social creatures by nature, and healthy interactions with others, that provides a sense of belonging and validation, positively impacting our mental well-being. So make it a priority to invest time in nurturing your relationships, whether it's with your family, your friends, or your whole wider social network. The second factor in our happiness is gratitude and positive thinking. You see, gratitude is another significant factor that influences our happiness. Practicing gratitude, such as keeping a gratitude journal, it can shift our focus from what's wrong in our lives to what's going well. This reframing helps to foster a positive mindset, contributing to increased happiness. So take a moment each day and remember and appreciate the good that you have in your life. The third factor is meaning and purpose. When you have a sense of meaning and purpose in your life, that's integral to your happiness. It's going to involve doing things that align with your values, contributing to something larger than ourselves. By finding purpose in our actions, we can derive a deeper sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, thus enhancing our happiness. The fourth thing that influences our happiness is acts of kindness. So, acts of kindness can significantly boost our happiness. Altruistic behaviors trigger the release of endorphins, also known as that feel-good hormone. So the next time you have the opportunity to do something kind for someone, it could be as simple as helping a neighbor, volunteering, or just offering a compliment to a stranger. Remember, those small acts of kindness can make a big difference in your happiness. All right, I'm going to give you a couple high-impact strategies that can cultivate even more happiness. One of them is mindfulness and living in the present. When we're fully present and engaged in our current moment, this is a powerful tool that cultivates happiness. We kind of focus our attention on the here and the now rather than ruminating on the past or worrying about the future. We can alleviate stress and anxiety and foster this greater sense of calm and content. There's a lot of ways to practice mindfulness, but this could be as simple as focusing on your breath, taking a mindful walk, or engaging fully in the activity that you're focused on. Remember, your goal is not to empty your mind, but rather to be fully present in your experience without judgment. A second high impact tip that you can use to cultivate and grow your happiness is pursuing a flow state. Now, what does that mean? Flow state is something that can increase happiness. It's known as being in the zone. It's a mental state where you're fully immersed in activity, resulting in a feeling of focus, full involvement, and enjoyment. This state is often experienced when we engage in activities that challenge us just the right amount. So it's not too easy, not too hard, just right. Whether that's playing a sport, painting, writing, or solving a complex problem, finding activities that lead to flow states can lead to genuine enjoyment and fulfillment. The next thing I want to talk about is the role of resilience in our happiness. You see, resilience is our ability to bounce back from adversity. This plays a crucial role in happiness. Our life is going to be filled with challenges and setbacks, but it's not these hardships that define our happiness, but rather how we respond to them. So developing a resilient mindset allows us to navigate these rough patches with strength and grace and to find joy and fulfillment, even in difficult circumstances. Resilience it doesn't mean ignoring the pain or difficulty, but rather acknowledging it and choosing to move forward. You can cultivate resilience through several practices, including maintaining a positive outlook, focusing on what you can control, seeking support when needed, and taking care of your physical well-being. When you bolster your resilience, you're not only equipping yourself to handle life's challenges, but you're also paving the way for greater happiness and fulfillment. After all, resilience, it doesn't just help us survive difficult times, it empowers us to thrive despite them. So the last tip I have for you is to create a happiness routine. So just like when you plan a workout routine for physical health, creating a happiness routine is essential for your mental and emotional well-being. Some ideas for this routine should involve activities and practices that promote joy and fulfillment. Start by setting aside time each day for activities that bring you happiness. This could be anything: reading a book, taking a walk in the park, playing a musical instrument, or simply spending time with your loved ones. Next, incorporate gratitude into your daily routine. Try to start or end your day by listing 3 things that you're grateful for. It can be big as life achievements or as small as a warm cup of coffee in the morning. Mindfulness should also be part of that routine, whether it's through the meditation, yoga, or just taking a moment to breathe that we talked about. Observe your surroundings. Practicing mindfulness can vastly improve your mood and reduce stress. Lastly, don't forget about self-compassion. When things don't go as planned, remind yourself it's okay to make mistakes. Forgive yourself just as you would forgive a friend. Remember that in your happiness routine, consistency is key. So stick to your happiness routine, and over time, you're going to notice significant increase in your overall joy and your fulfillment. Okay, before I share the mantra that I alluded to at the beginning, I want to recap what we talked about. Happiness isn't just a feeling, it's a skill that can be nurtured and developed through intentional practices. When we embrace mindfulness, we learn to live fully in the present moment, relieving stress and fostering a sense of calm. Through the power of self-compassion, we can become our best friends, respond to setbacks and mistakes with understanding rather than harsh judgment. And then by pursuing activities that lead us into a flow state, we can experience authentic enjoyment and fulfillment. I promised I would share my mantra that is my secret to being happy almost all the time. Friends, this is a cornerstone of my life and my joy, even in the worst of circumstances. You've heard me say it before, but it's worth repeating. The joy of the Lord is my strength. It's not just a phrase, it's truly my reality. Now, this phrase comes from Nehemiah 8:10 in the Bible, and it's a powerful truth that I hold close to my heart. You see, we live in a world where everyone's striving for happiness, but the happiness they seek is often contingent on the circumstances. What I've discovered is that true joy, the joy that comes from God, it's not dependent on life's ups and downs. It's a joy that remains even when life is getting tough, even when we face trials. This joy gives me strength. It enables me to choose happiness, not because of the perfect circumstances that I'm experiencing, but because of the perfect love and the grace of God. Embrace this truth today and let the joy of the Lord be your strength too. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Your comments and engagement, it greatly helps in spreading the science of happiness to more people. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button for more videos like this one. If you're interested in learning more, you could pick up a copy of my book, The Capacity Model. It's available on Amazon as well as Audible. Thank you for joining me today. Have an incredible day and check back soon.